so I don't forget. There we go. Okay. Oh, Mary, hi. Rob, hey, Chris. And oops, I missed Michelle. Yeah, hey, Michelle. Krista, Sue, Fern, Karen. Karen's in another state and she's doing this. Brenda. Oh my God, there's even more. Shelly. Okay, cool. Got 11 people already. And I believe it is 5:30. Just a few things. Firstly, I'm going to put an email out about winter session. And those of you who are in Tuesdays in person, there's a few of you in here who are. Someone asked about the 2 months when I'm gone and just Zooming, if I could get someone to do yoga class at the same time in person. And I'm working on that. And as long as the room is open, Dale, the guy who subbed for me, said that he would do a session. So he's definitely in. And then I just connected him with my boss. And I talked to Brian, my boss. He said, if the room's available, we can do this. So that looks like that's probably going to be a go. I want to wait for that information before I send out an email, because then I'll have to give you the link to that in-person class, which is going to be January, February, and the first week of March, and information about it, because it's not in the brochure. All right. I think that's about it. That's about it. That's it. Okay. Anyone have anything that they'd like me to do tonight as part of your practice? And you're going to have to chat because I can't hear you. All right, then let's get going. Okay, let's begin in seated pose, easy pose. Yes, I am recording. All right, I better take off my winter gear. Oh, it's like it started out warm, right? And then the temperature is plunging and it's damp. That always feels a little colder. Oh, I had a hair clip here somewhere. Seriously, I don't have it anymore. Okay, I guess I'll have to do it without a hair clip. Okay. Nice, easy seated pose. Okay, lighting looks good. All right, so you know what to do. Settle into this pose. Just get your body used to being in this pose, in this shape. And then we're going to do the fine tuning where we pull our navels back, press that energy down to the sits bones. And if you do it, you're going to feel engagement in the lower abs, the lower part of your torso. Now, just a gentle lifting of the heart, dropping of the shoulders. Now lift from the crown of the head, draw your chin back slightly to open the back of your neck. Soften your inner thighs and just feel your breath in this pose. All right, we're going to do an Ujjayi breath tonight. And Ujjayi breath is ocean breath. It's the sound of the ocean. Eyes closed. If your eyes are open, find a drishti. So just rest your gaze at a spot in front of you, somewhere that just feels nice and comfortable, not looking up, looking down. So somewhere in front of you. My drishti is usually about 5 feet ahead of me. But yours can be whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through the nose. Fill those lungs and then do a ha, as if you're steaming up a mirror for your exhale. Inhale through your nose and ha. Inhale through your nose Open your mouth. All right, keep going with this. Listen, you are home alone, so you don't have to feel at all intimidated by the people around you in an in-person class. Make some noise. And when you make that noise, listen to the exhale and look for the sound of the ocean in it. All right, this time, instead of opening the mouth, do that same fogging of the mirror, which is basically constricting at the throat when you exhale, but keep your mouth closed and do it through the nose, but still constrict the throat and listen to the exhale again. All right, take your right arm to the side of you in a nice relaxed position. Fingertips drop into your mat. Left arm lifts up. I want you to lift that rib cage, open the left waist. Now bend your right elbow, drop the right shoulder a bit, bend the left elbow, take the side of your head. Now listen, we're going to do an Ujjayi breath as we draw the ear toward the shoulder. So first, inhale through the nose. Don't move the head yet. Here we go. Exhale, bring the ear down. Mouth open or closed. Stay here. Breathe in a nice natural place or Ujjayi breath. Main thing is a focus on softening the right side of your neck, top of your right shoulder, possibly even migrates into the upper back, maybe, maybe not. Just experience the sensations. Notice the feeling behind your eyeballs as the neck releases. Straighten the head. Release the left arm, let those left fingertips drop to the ground. Arm begins straight. Lift your right arm straight up to the ceiling. Bend the elbow. Oh, wait, let's open it up first. Right waist, right rib cage. Now bend your elbow. Take the side of your head. Remember, Ujjayi breath. Soften the right shoulder. Bend the left elbow a bit. Inhale through the nose. Ujjayi breath. Open or closed mouth. And when you exhale, bring the ear to your shoulder. Now stay here, breathe in whatever pattern you'd like. Main thing is focusing on that left neck, opening up. Left shoulder, top of it, dropping and releasing. Awareness, back of your eyeballs, soften them. And release the head back in a neutral position, palms to the inner thighs, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, pull the navel back. Keep this solar plexus, the motor, the engine that makes you turn here, hip circles. Now that Ujjayi breath, it's an energizing and calming breath at the same time. That's the beauty of it. So you can use that breath anytime you want throughout your practice. Now, as you're turning, I want you to focus on your belly and right behind your belly. And just imagine that that is what is making everything turn here. Reverse direction. And after your next circle is completed, come to center, bring both arms up to the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. Bring the arms closer to give yourself a Namaste Mudra. Belly draws back, push that energy down. Yeah, open the lower back, open the hips here. Intertwine your fingers. Place your palms up to the ceiling. Stretch your arms and your shoulders up. Draw your navel back. Okay. Be aware of that place right behind your navel. And that is a place that gives you grounding and stability as you bend your left elbow and take your body to the right. Real gentle. We're just starting out here. This is our first lateral stretch of the spine. Pull that navel back. Use your engine to take you back up to center. Straighten both arms. Push up. Belly back. Energy down to the sits bones, bend the left elbow, come on over, other side. And bring it back to center here and release the arms. Okay, hands behind you, fingertips facing your buttocks and very close to your buttocks. Lean back a bit, straighten the arms. Squeeze the arms together, squeeze the biceps together, the elbows together. You're already giving yourself a nice chest opener. And then gently lift your head to the ceiling. Okay, imaginary pillow is holding it up. Those of you who want to lift, send the knees forward, lift the hips off the ground. Press deeply into the hands if you're doing this. And come back down. Okay, take the right leg in the front, left leg in the back. Okay, so get your legs as close to you as possible. You may not get them super close, but just right leg in the front. Fingertips in front of you. And here we go. We're going to just walk our paws forward to open the spine and the lower back. So just come on forward, nice and slowly. And drop your head, soften your elbows, your back. Breathe here. So many sensations. Check it out. Scan your body. Drop your head a little deeper to relax the back of your neck. And now focus on the belly moving as you're in this pose. Notice with a really nice deep breath, you can open your entire back body. Walk your hands back. Straighten up, switch legs. Left leg is in the front, right leg closer to you. All right, get those legs as close as you can, trying to get really nice and leveled onto the sitting bones. Pause in front of you, walk them forward. Starting out with the back straight as long as possible. And then once you get out as far as you're going to go, soften everything up, bending the elbows, drop your head. Make the head a little heavier, drop it more. Now look for the belly moving this. Notice when the belly balloons, the entire back opens up and balloons. And walk your hands back, straighten it out. Right knee in the front. Okay, left leg. Oh, I'm going to do something different. Let's do this. Right knee to the side. Okay, and then you've got that right foot right in front of you and keep it pretty square. So flex the heel. Now take the left leg to the side of you and parallel to the edge of your mat. Okay, so when you're in this position, there's going to be a tendency with that right leg to the side to kind of move toward the right and drop more weight onto the right sitting bone. Push down into that left sitting bone to level your pelvis. All right. Take the left arm out to the side. Take the right hand behind you slightly. Keep facing forward as you draw the left arm around you. Take that hand, grab the top of that thigh, that's your right thigh in your left hand. Now get that elbow in close, squeeze it into you. Now begin to turn at the belly and then begin to move that right hand out as you turn some more, just get it where it feels good. And then feel that nice full rotation in the spine and in the torso. Okay, notice you're going to have to really work to press through the resistance here to get a belly breath. Do that. Make the belly move just as much as it does without a twist. And release this. Okay, now take the right knee facing forward. Left leg over the top. All right. Again, plant those sitting bones down. With this one, again, the left hip tends to stay up. Okay, now bring the left hand is placed to the shin or right under the knee, okay, of the front leg, and then left leg, and then sweep your right arm across. Hug that leg that's in front of you. Bring that knee more to the right, just to open that left hip, left glutes. Now swing the left arm behind you. Pull your navel back. Turn your navel to the left. Drop that right elbow. Drop that right shoulder. Okay, use the upper arm muscles more than the shoulders. Now, this one's even harder to press the breath through the torso, but get it down there all the way to the bottom of your belly. Move your belly here. Some good compression in the lower torso. Some beautiful opening in the left hip. Twist a little more. Yeah, press into that leg with your right hand. And release. Okay, left knee facing out to the left side. Okay, foot is in front of you. Right knee bends. Okay, and the right shin is to the side toward the edge of your mat. Okay, now that right hip is going to hike up. Press it down, press it down. Yeah, get as level as you can here. All right, bring the left arm behind you, fingertips to the ground. Bring the right arm across. Wait a second. Yeah, bring the right arm across, grab the top of that thigh, bend the elbow, pull it in toward you, and then pull the navel, turn it to the left. All right, here's that twist. Feel it, breathe through it. So this is a super active stretch, right? You're using all these muscles to stretch, but try to drop those shoulders, bring it into the arms. You're using the shoulder muscles, but recruit the arm muscles as well. Press it all the way down to your belly. Maybe a little more as you press your hand into that thigh more deeply. And release, spinning back to center. Okay, now Left knee faces forward. Right leg comes over. Okay. So you're in a cow face pose with the bottom of your body. All right. So get those hips as level as you can. Okay, left arm comes across, grabs the top of that leg, bend that elbow in close to your body, swing the right arm back, pull the navel back, twist to the right this time. Draw that elbow close to you, that front elbow, not so close that you're stressing the shoulder. You know, you don't want to really, but just kind of gently toward you. Getting some really deep stretches in the spine here, really wringing it out. Add the breath and make it full. That just gives so much more benefit than doing shallow breathing. And release it back to center. All right, let it go, let it go. Okay, take your feet in front of you. Here, there's a better angle. So, you know, a little bit in front of you like this. Take your hands and grab your shins. Now, pull your elbows in, press your heart forward, and press your body forward. Nice big opening up and down the spine here. Yeah, so you're bringing your front torso toward that space between your legs. And now straighten the arms, bring it back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go straight into core here. Okay, heels into the mat, toes up, arms in front of you, palms up. Draw the navel back, lift the heart. Now listen, feel as if you have this invisible cord from your heart center all the way up to your wall or your ceiling. You're just kind of getting lifted from the chest. Pull your navel back. So there's your two opposing forces, up through the chest, back through the belly. All right, now come back. And then pulse, really little pulses. You're being lifted by that cord, released, and then lifted, release, and lifted. Slow and controlled. All right, now we're going to come down one vertebrae at a time. Dig those heels in. Yeah, pull the navel back. Slow as possible. And then a full body stretch. Ah. All right, nice full body stretch right here. Right knee comes into your chest. Clasp the shin, intertwined fingers. Press the elbows in toward your body. And now really draw that thigh toward your torso. Chin to the chest, back of the neck relaxed. Press your belly into the thigh. Switch legs. All right, listen up. Grab a hold of that shin, not chin, SH, and then lift your face toward the ceiling. Take your right foot off the ground and flex that heel. Switch legs. All right, take those hands, place them behind your head, open the elbows nice and wide. Lift the left heel a little closer to the ceiling, switch legs. All right, so legs aren't really close to the ground, but they're also not going straight up. Now start walking them toward the ground. Now make every single movement of the leg full. So you pull that heel in, press it completely away from you. Straighten the leg. Now start coming up to the ceiling again. Now, if you cannot do this with your head off the ground, take your head on the ground. That's no problem. All right, now closer to the ground with this. Okay, send the right leg out, left knee toward the chest. Flex both heels, pull the navel down, lift the torso some more, turn it toward your left thigh and pulse it toward your left thigh. You can really breathe out through these. These are tough. Hold it here. Facing center again, lift and lower, head and chest. Legs are in the same position. Lift the head, switch legs, lift the torso, turn it toward the right leg, pulse. Take it to center with the torso, up and down, straight up and down. Hold it, bring it down. Both knees come to the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Open the arms to a T position. Chin to the chest, shoulders relax. Drop those shoulders to the ground. Yeah, make them heavy. All right, listen up. Send both legs straight away from you and bring them back in. Straighten them away and bring them in. Straighten, bring them in. One more time, straighten them here, lift them up to the ceiling. All right, turn the toes out, heels together, circle the heels, make little circles on the ceiling. Lower back release, circular motion in the abdominals. I mean, this feels good, doesn't it? Reverse. All right, knees bend, bring them toward you, soften everything in your back body here. Take the right leg over the left, squeeze the legs together, bring them to your chest, chin to the chest, soften across the shoulders, and then you drop the legs, left side. A slow dropping. And when you feel the weight of your legs drop into the floor, let it go. Now, if you can't get them to the floor, try to move them away from the arms, or you could grab a pillow right now, tuck them under the legs. Tuck the pillow under your legs. Now, let's focus on the right pectoral muscle across the right chest here. What if you softened that right shoulder just another ounce or two? Just let it go. Let the weight drop. So it may not even physically move, but you just feel it release. All right, let's move it over to the legs. Feel that top leg get heavier. Yeah, drop it to the ground. Now take it to the right hip. Feel how nice and open this is. All those glute muscles opening up. Now take it to the lower back. Take it to the right rib cage. Breathe and feel the rib cage open. And now just experience the entire pose. The breath within the pose. The feeling of the pose. The shape of your body in this pose. The softness across your forehead and your brow. Squeeze your legs together, draw your navel back, bring your legs back up to center, uncross them. All right, let's straighten the spine by walking the hip side to side, getting a nice long. Oh, you guys, I know what I was going to tell you. I got to throw it in so I don't forget. Even though there's going to be in person on Tuesdays, I'm going to Zoom on Tuesdays for January and February. So I apologize for all those people who want to do 2 days a week, who'd want to do the in-class with Dale and the Thursday Zoom, but I already set up my schedule out in California in terms of weekend takeoffs and stuff. Okay, so Tuesday I'm doing Zoom out there, and there is going to be an in-person here. Okay, here we go. Bend the knees. Sorry, I couldn't forget that. And I'll put that in the email, of course, but just heads up. Okay, knees are bent. Chin to the chest, soften those shoulders. Sorry for the interruption. Left leg over the right. All right, here we go. Soften those shoulders and slowly let the legs fall. Right side. So you're pushing into the arm, right? So that the legs don't totally drop. But then once they drop, deliberately release that pressing into the right arm. All right, here's the exploration. Left chest. So you soften the shoulder and the wing bone. You soften it. Now, one of the little tricks to softening is use your exhale breath to soften. So every time you exhale, look for deeper release. And then there's that left hip. Right leg. Excuse me, left leg. The top leg gets heavier. And then go to the lower back. Feel that. Left rib cage. Lots going on with a supine twist. Now breathe into your pose. Softness across the forehead and the brow, backs of the eyes. Now squeeze your legs together, draw your navel back, and come back to center here. And uncross the legs. Grab a hold of your shins and press your thighs toward your belly. Nice. All right. Cross at the ankles. Let's just kind of swing it up and down and bring it up. Shoot, there's one more thing. Sorry, there's one more thing. I knew I had a few things to say. Just going to put out there now. So I'm going to this chiropractor. His wife is also a chiropractor. She teaches a gentle flow class on Tuesday mornings at 7:15. For those of you who people were asking me about teaching during the day, and I'm really not interested, but that's a possibility. She's right here in Golden Valley on Decatur. Okay, table pose. That was interruption number 2. I swear there won't be any more, but if you're interested in that, ask me about it. Okay. And I can't say anything about the class, never been to it. Okay, $10 a class, by the way. Open up your fingers, middle finger, making that T to the top of your mat, press into the edges of your palms, light up those upper arm muscles, pick up your belly. Here we go, feel the table pose. You're looking straight down at your mat, neck is nice, relaxed. All right, elbows come back just a little bit, send your heart forward, lift your hips. We're coming into cow pose now. Drop your udders, lift your heart, lift from the top of your head. All right, feel the palms pressing into the mat, even here. Now breathe into your cow pose. All right, take your awareness down to the tip of your tail. Round the tail down towards your mat. Now scoop it between your legs and up towards your belly button. Feel the pelvis shift forward. Round your back to the ceiling and drop your head. Cat pose, breathe into this. And back to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep it a cat pose. Look down to your feet. Curl your toes. Press forward into your hands as the hips draw back toward the heels. Feel that nice opening in the spine. Press deeply into the toes to open underneath them and underneath your feet. Drop your elbows and your belly. Lift your tail without lifting your hips. So you're just taking your tail toward the ceiling. Now look toward the front of your mat, just to the front. Okay, don't lift your head anymore. Press deeply into your hands and into the places where your arms touch the mat, okay? You already feel the back torso light up. Now listen, this is isometric. I want you to feel like you want to drag your hands back toward your knees, but they're stuck in your sticky mat. But try. Now, at the same time, push your heart forward. Oh yeah, mid-back. Release that, drop your head, relax. Just soften everything up. Lift your head, look toward the front of the mat. We're going to do this again. First, you press deeply. Hands, arms, okay? Now, instead of pulling the hands back, this time, first you press the heart forward. Now pull the hands back. They're stuck though. Isometric. Hold it. Release, soften everything up. Come back up to table pose here. Tops of the toes into the mat. Curl your toes again. Walk your hands toward your knees. Lift your knees. Come onto your tippy toes. Try to straighten your torso as much as possible and tippy toe as much as possible, pushing your heels up toward your buttocks. And now move into squat pose. I'm just going to turn so you can see me here. All right. So we all know that squat looks different on everyone. All right. A lot of it has to do with your anatomy. So hands in Namaste Mudra, press your elbows into your inner thighs, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Listen, I want you to drop the weight of your pelvis to the ground. Don't hold it up at all. Breathe into the groin, breathe into the lower back. Here we go. Lift between the pubic bone and the anus. Lift that, lift. Lift those muscles. Come on up. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, look up to the ceiling. All right, we're coming back down again. Elbows bend, knees bend, hips drop. All right, let go of that pelvis. Take more of the weight into the heels, less into the toes. Lift from the pelvic floor, just like you did before. Let that bring you up. Okay, heel toe, so that the feet are about hip distance apart. Reaching up here. All right, pull the navel back, tail toward the ground. Feel that core ignite. Feel it stabilize right there. Lift up through the fingertips. We're going to do another lateral bend. So come to the right. Pull your navel back to lift. And then the left. Navel back to lift. Use it. You're going to need to because you don't want to stress the lower back with this. To the right, navel back and lift. So deliberately engage your abdominal muscles to the left and back to center. All right, open the arms, swan dive forward. Forward fold, let it go from the head, the neck. You can take your feet apart a little bit if that feels good.
All right, just dropping down here. Bend the elbows, grab opposite elbows with your hands. Knees can be a little bent if you don't want them straight. I want you to feel the weight of your arms dropping toward your mat. Release the back of your neck. Ooh, backs of the legs are nice and open here. Lift your belly. Got a little more space to drop. Grab the backs of your ankles. Sit back in a little chair. Swing your arms forward. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Take it to your heart. Turn it to one side. Dig into that thigh. Open your arms if you want to fly here. You want to bind, take that top arm, turn the palm back, bring the arm back, bend the elbow, top hand somewhere into your side body. Now with that, listen, those of you who have a bind, press into that right arm to get more twist, draw that left elbow back. Release into your mudra, bring it back to center lift. Swan dive forward, drop. Oh, a nice forward fold again. Here we are. If you did not bend your knees the last time, put a little bend in the knees. Bend the elbows, opposite hands to elbows. Arms get heavy, drop. See, when you bend your knees, you can get more into the lower back, less into the back of the legs, but possibly more into the lower back. Sit in a little chair, grab the backs of your ankles, swish your arms forward, hands in Namaste Mudra to your heart. Turn it to the other side, lock that elbow into your thigh. Okay, there's twist number one. Some of you may want to stay here. Others may want to spread your wings. Now, if you're spreading your wings, notice how you're pushing that left arm into the left leg. And then if you give yourself a bind, press into that leg some more, draw the right elbow back. Back into the mudra and to center, lift up. Swan dive forward, forward fold. Monkey pose it, press it into the shins, straighten the spine, look out in front of you a bit, lift your navel, send both arms straight out. You're looking straight at the ground, neck is relaxed. Turn the palms up to the ceiling, pinkies forward, feel the triceps. All right, bring the arms behind you, bend the elbows, intertwine your fingers, send the knuckles back. Now let them just kind of float to the ceiling as you fold again. Knuckles to the ceiling, head to the floor. Bend your knees, grab a hold of the backs of your knees. Bend your knees a lot so your belly can drop between your thighs, drop your head. Just hang out in a little ball here. Swing the arms back. Lift up, standing pose. Come forward. Drop down. Another standing fold. Monkey pose. Extend that spine. Right fingertips fall just in front of your feet and to the center. Bend your right knee. Lift your left sitting bone. Now lift your left arm and turn. Back of the left leg, feel it. Switch legs, switch hands. Left hand comes to center. Left knee bends. Right leg is straight. Right arm comes up. There's the back of the right leg. And straighten both legs, both hands in front of you here. And walk your hands forward, feet back, down dog. All right. Whatever you desire, you can walk your dog, you can wag your tail, you can do both, none of the above. Let's do this. Bend your right knee a lot. Left leg is straight. Push that heel back as much as you can. That's really good for the calf muscles. Now, feel your hands, okay? Press them more deeply into the mat. Now, feel as if you want to send your hands forward to draw your chest back. Switch legs. Take your time. Press that right heel back. Bend that left knee a lot. There's the right calf muscles. Now send the left heel back. Backs of both legs are open. Bend your, oh, sorry, not bend your knees. Come onto your tippy toes. Now bend your knees. Get them as close to the mat as you can. Press into those hands. Let the body come forward until the shoulders are over the wrists. So knees are hovering. Keep the belly lifted. Press into the hands. You're using your chest, your shoulders, okay? Kind of like a sit-up. You're using those same muscles. Now lift and straighten, down dog again. Left leg comes in. Left foot comes in just off center. Press that left heel back. Lift the right leg for a three-legged dog. Now, keep a nice flex in that right heel and then begin to pulse that heel to the ceiling. Try to make sure that the hips are facing the mat. Don't turn them to the right when you do this. Press deeply into both hands and keep sending your chest and body back just like you do in a regular down dog. Keep that leg lifted. Turn your hips to the right. Lift that leg a little higher. Pulse the ankle up to the ceiling. Yeah, feel those inner thighs. Feel that right hip. Breathe. Lift that leg, bend the knee, let the leg fall back, let the foot fall back, and then circle it. Circle the foot to release any tension in that right ankle. Reverse. Straighten that right leg, turn the hips to face the mat again. All right, listen, you can stay here. If you want more, glide forward with your torso until your shoulders are over your wrists. Press deeply into the hands, okay? And then come up again. Three-legged dog. Now look forward. Right foot comes between your hands. All right, so shimmy those left toes back if you need to make more space here. Remember, we want this really nice and wide between the feet. Squeeze the left butt cheek, push the left heel back. Now press deeply into the right foot. Press that left heel back some more. Drop the left knee to the ground, top of the left foot, walk your fingertips back so you can straighten your torso. Now send your hips forward to open your left hip flexor. Press deeply into the right foot until you feel the top of the right thigh light up. Now straighten that right leg. Hips get drawn back. Walk your hands back. Lift your toes off the ground. Heel presses into the mat. Press the back of the right leg to the mat. Now bend the elbows back to drop the torso a bit to give even more stretch to the hamstrings. You can feel them, right? In the back of the thigh between the hips and the knee. Walk it forward, place the right foot to the ground again. Curl the left toes, lift the knee off the ground again. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Press into the right foot. Left hand comes close to the right foot. Now you can take that right arm forward and reach. Listen, where are your two opposing forces? Forward through those right fingertips, back through that back heel. Now pull the belly up to your spine. Turn your belly toward your right inner thigh. That'll turn your torso. Now you can lift that right arm. Bring the right arm forward, bring it down. Probably have to move that. Yeah, left hand moves over a bit. Now straighten the right leg for pyramid pose, walking your hands back. And again, using those elbows bending back to drop your torso toward the top of that leg, right leg. There's the hamstrings again. Walk it forward as you bend the left knee. Now look back at your right knee. Now look back at your left foot. Take it out about 45 degrees, and then you're going to have to hop it forward a bit. Maybe you're going to want to walk your right foot toward the right side of the mat. I'm doing it. Just, get those feet on different tracks. Come on up. Warrior one. We're finally there. We're in warrior. All right. All right. Yeah, dig into this. Press into that back foot. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Nice, nice, nice. Turn your palms forward. Bend your elbows, cactus arms. Draw those elbows back. Palms are facing forward. Lift the chest to the ceiling. Grow from the lower back. So you're not bending at the lower back. You're lifting up from the lower back. Straighten the arms. You're back in warrior one. Reach out and bring your torso with you. You're flying over your right thigh. Drop your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Press them into one another. Lift the left arm and turn. All right. Binders, bind it up. If you're not a binder, just stay there. Binders release the bind. Everyone, left arm comes over the left ear for intense side stretch. Press into the outer edge of that back foot to really get a nice long edge along the left side of your body. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Rotate the palm to the ceiling. You know what we're going to do. Reverse it. Really drop that left arm. It's like it doesn't even exist. Left arm comes over. Lift the right rib cage toward the ceiling. Now, where do you put your head? Wherever your neck is comfortable. I like to look down toward the back corner of my mat. You might like looking forward, or that's actually going to be out to your left. Wherever. Some people like to look up to the ceiling. That's a little hard on my neck, so I don't do it. Back to warrior two. Back to warrior one. And flow down. We got to get a pigeon in here. Okay, back toes facing forward. Walk your front foot to the left side of your mat, knee toward the right. Slide the left leg back, straight back. Level those hips. All right, so you don't have to drop the body. You can just stay right here. This is a beautiful hip opener. If you want more weight, you drop the body. If you want more weight on that hip space, now just notice if you're jumping to the right side, if you're starting to lose the levelness in the hips, and then just kind of push it over to the left. There's a tendency to roll to the right side on this, and it's better to keep the hips level. That's going to be a nice deeper opening.
And palms into the ground. Curl those back toes, lift the knee. Push into the hands to lift your torso, then send the right leg back. Look for down dog. Oh, feel how nice and warmed up that right hip is from that pigeon. All right, right foot comes in off center. Left leg lifts. Push that right heel back, drop it toward the mat. All right. Stay here. If you want to, you can glide forward with the torso. Keep that left leg lifted and just stop when the shoulders are over the wrist. If you're doing this, you want to pull up the belly, press deeply into the hands. Again, getting those same muscles like you would for a push-up. And release back again into three-legged dog. Here we go. We're going to pulse that left heel to the ceiling, nice and controlled. There's small pulses, right? But you can feel that concentration in the left glutes. Keep the leg long as you're pulsing. Keep it straight. Now turn your hips to the left and lift that left ankle to the ceiling and begin pulses here. You want to press deeply into the right hand and push like you're just pushing away, keeping that right shoulder open. Lift it a little higher, bend the knee, let the foot fall back, and then circle the foot to release the ankle. Straighten that leg again. Turn those hips so they're facing the mat. Look forward, left foot comes forward between your two hands. All right, so just because you swept it forward and it fell into a certain position doesn't mean that's a position, right? You want to really get this nice and ready for a really good lunge, because this lunge, we do a lot from this position. So shimmy those right toes back. Really get long with that leg. All right, and then make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Now, squeeze that left butt cheek, really activate this, and squeeze those right thigh muscles around the right thigh bone. Now press the right heel back. Drop the right knee gently to the mat and the top of the right foot. Walk your fingertips back so you can lift your torso and then press it forward. Right hip flexor. Now feel the left foot press deeply into the mat as you begin to straighten that knee. Hips draw back, hands need to walk back too, toes off the ground, heel presses down into the mat, so does the back of the leg. So you're just pressing the back of the leg toward the ground. Elbows bend back to drop the torso into this pose. Breathe into those hamstrings. Okay, back of the left thigh. Walk it forward. Place your foot into your mat again. Curl the back toes, lift the knee. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Send that energy down the back of that right leg, all the way to the heel, and press that heel. I want you to feel the calf muscles, even here. Okay, now, right hand comes close to the left foot. Reach out with the left. Pull your belly up. Turn it to the inner thigh as you lift the arm to the ceiling. Left hip can have a tendency to hike out to the left. Draw it toward the center of your mat. Bring the arm forward. We're coming down here. Look back at those right toes. Make sure they're facing forward. We're going to straighten the front knee, moving into pyramid pose, walking your hands back. Again, doing that same thing where you hinge at the elbows, send them back to drop down with your torso. This time it's more the forehead toward the shin.
Bend your knee over your ankle again. All right, look back there at that right foot. Send it out, move it more toward the edge of your mat. Knee is still over the ankle, front leg. Come on up. Warrior one, left leg forward. Send your palms forward, bend your elbows into cactus pose. Take your elbows back, crack your heart open. Now listen, in a back bend, which is what this is, what you want to do is feel like you're not bending from the back, rather feel as if your spine is growing from the lower back toward the heart, and then you're lifting and opening from the heart to the ceiling. Back to warrior one. Okay, here we go. Here's where we fly forward. Let the left arm meet the left leg. Press them deeply together. Reach out with the right fingertips. Lift it up to the ceiling to turn your torso, bent knee triangle. And binding is an option right here. Release the bind. Bring that arm over your ear. Cartwheel it up. Warrior two. Okay, that front foot, that left foot, send it to the right edge of your mat. In other words, get yourself in a nice feet pose. Because here's where we come down and invert. All right, we're giving ourselves some traction on the spine. And you know, the top of your spine is your neck. And that feels good. So traction, you're just kind of like letting this weight, like this dead weight, drop down toward the floor, using gravity to open space between the vertebrae. Palms under your head, arms straightened, lifting your torso, walking it forward, wide dog. Press back. Soften those elbows. Gliding forward again, walking your hands back. All right, sending the left toes toward the front of your mat again, walking your hands toward the front of your mat, and then turning those back toes so that they're facing forward. Here we go. We're going to do pigeon on the left side, everyone. So walk the foot over, drop the knee. Send the right leg back. Level your hips. And drop into pigeon. And if you're a back pigeon person, if you're supine, you just have the left ankle at the top of the right thigh. Right leg is bent over the hip. Left knee to the side. Find your breath. Experience the sensations of this pose. This is a beauty for sensations. And slowly lifting from here, hands into the mat, toes are curled behind you. Lift the knee, send the legs back, walk it to the center of your mat. All right, we're going to waterfall. Bend the knees and just drop down. Swing the arms back. Inhale through the mouth. Oh, excuse me, through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 3 more. Two more. Last one, stay down. And slowly roll up. Ragdoll roll up. And when you get to the top, find your mountain pose. Settle into that mountain. Draw your navel gently back. Send your tailbone south. Relax your lower back. Equal weight into both legs. Check that out. Are you dropping more weight into the right or the left leg? If you are, rebalance. Lifting the heart, dropping the shoulders. Chin slightly to the chest. Hands come up. Namaste Mudra over your head. Bring it to your heart. And drop your forehead toward your fingertips. All right. Front body into the mat, toward the earth. And crocodile pose, just for a little restorative here. Feet are toed in. All right, palms chest level. If your legs are more than hip distance apart, bring them closer. They can be hip distance or closer, feet toed in. All right, bring those elbows in close to your body. Send them down toward the bottom of your mat. Press your hands into the mat. Lift your pubic bone, roll it up towards your belly. Drop it down. And here we go. Slowly rise up into your cobra. Feel like a cobra being coaxed out of the basket. And bring it down. Forehead gently touches the mat. One more time. Twisting, if that feels good tonight. And back down. All right, forehead touches the mat. Turn your head to one side. And release. You can spread the legs out a little bit more. Palms are up. Elbows are bent away from you. Just pay attention to the shoulders. Arms are in a position where the shoulders are just really happy and relaxed. Slowly turning your head to the other side. Bringing your head back to center. Palms chest level, press up. Table pose again. All right, draw your belly up, tailbone down, press back into child's. Okay, and when you're in child's pose, feel as if you're a child in the womb. I mean, you're just like all, comfy and curled into this like little shape where you're just like all, warm, and then just breathe up and down your spine.
All right. And if you're staying for Shavasana, flip it over into Shavasana pose. Yeah, just make sure you've got really some good space. Palms are up, feet are apart. All right, so now it's, after practice, it's so much easier to get inside the body. Okay, that's called embodiment, when you're really experiencing life from within your body, when you're not, floating out, when you're really firmly, securely, warmly within your body. Notice the movement in your belly and your chest as you breathe. Okay, and when the thoughts arise, that's fine. Just go back to the breath. And now don't control the breath at all. Just be okay with the breath wherever it is and just observe your body breathing. Still within your body, but the observer of your body. Be the observer, your awareness, your consciousness, observing yourself. All right. So staying with the breath, okay, versus fantasizing or looking back or looking forward, simply being with your body and your breath now, moment by moment by moment. Noticing when you're here, everything is all right. Nothing pushed away, nothing restricted, just the breath moving through your body and every moment unfolding one moment at a time. Exactly where you need to be now. So as you're observing the breath and letting the breath move through you, notice the life, the prana in the breath is also moving through you. It's as if your body is just completely open, life washing right through you again and again and again. You're just moving with life, moving with the breath. not opposing anything, saying yes. And taking your awareness to your heart center, just feel it right there. Notice your breath opening your heart with every inhale, softening your heart with every exhale. And in tonight's Shavasana, if you'd like to put a prayer, a sankalpa, an intention within, form that seed. Take it to your heart, breathe into it, embrace it. And with your next exhale, release that seed. Go back to your body, your breath, the flow of life. And slowly making your transition. Gently rolling to your right side. Making your way to seated pose. And arms open wide. Inhale, arms up. Namaste down to your hearts. And namaste. Hi, Anne. I missed you. I don't know if I missed you when I was looking at the people. I have to kind of scroll down, or if you just hopped on, but hi. Oh, okay, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will be sure to get an email with that Tuesday class information when I'm gone. And also I will do Tuesdays when I'm gone virtually. So you'll have options on Tuesday. You can do an in-person with Dale. He has subbed for me. People like him. And I've never met him. I've talked to him on the phone. He seems like a great guy. He's into it. He really wants to do it. And yeah. Oh, and then if you're interested in checking out that Tuesday morning, 7:15 a.m. yoga, in Golden Valley from that chiropractor who's right up on Decatur Street, let me know. I'll give you that information. Namaste. Bye, everyone. Good to see you. To see you. Have a good night.